Hey Shackers, happy holidays, Greg here, and another year has come and gone, and with it, we at Shacknews are counting down the top 10 games of the year. Votes have been tallied from our staff and community. As for me, I found 2016 to be rather underwhelming. Sure, there were cool games that came out, but from a personal standpoint, nothing really grabbed me this year. So I entrusted our community and staff to select and vote on the best games this year. So sit back and enjoy. These are the top 10 games of 2016.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
What a wicked game to play, to make me feel this way.
With Gran Turismo falling behind the next gen cycle, it gave Forza a chance to catch up. As of now, it's probably the best racing simulator out there. The game has an impressive amount of gameplay options, cars, and tracks. It's no wonder Forza Horizon 3 has been making waves in the racing sim genre. Not to mention the Windows 10 cross-platform, allowing you to play Forza Horizon 3 on the PC for the first time. It may be a tad niche, but racing gamers everywhere know that it's currently in first place. Prepare to die has been a phrase many fans of the Dark Souls series have come to expect, and they do die. A lot.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
And they can't seem to get enough of the Dark Souls goodness. With awesome boss battles, insane difficulties, and a heavy emphasis on story, Dark Souls 3 surpassed many fans' expectations. Even the DLC is highly praised. Sure, the game may not be for everyone, but the Shackers that enjoy it, man, they really just can't get enough of Dark Souls. EA's learned a lot from its past release of Titanfall, and with Titanfall 2 came the many improvements the franchise needed to evolve, and evolve properly. From major changes to the move mechanics, adding the grappling hooks, more Titans, and better level design, everything in Titanfall 2 had been reworked and redesigned based on user feedback from the first, especially the vastly improved campaign mode. It's a great game that shows us big gaming companies will listen to fans in order to improve the overall gaming experience. So, this game came out very late in the year. If we at Shacknews were given more time to really dig into it, it may have been higher on this list. But for now, it sits at 7. A still highly anticipated game many years in the making. It's the spiritual successor to the famous and well-known game, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. The Last Guardian focused heavily on its story and puzzle-driven elements, even though the AI can be a bit frustrating at times.
Come on, Bozo. You gotta jump up here. Jump up here. And he's gone.
This game overall was definitely worth the wait. Going back to World War I was apparently the right call by EA for the Battlefield franchise, considering they had Call of Duty Infinite Warfare to compete with. And FYI, Infinite Warfare isn't on this list. Epic scale battles in trenches had been executed extremely well. Our Shack Battle for Extra Life showed people how great the game really was. All the classes felt unique and different, the vehicles a blast to pilot, and of course the amazing graphics. It was the time period we wanted and needed to return to. best-selling Pokemon game to date, Nintendo's Pokemon Sun and Moon brought with it a new region to explore, new evolutions, gyms, and even new takes on Generation 1 Pokemon. The game is literally bursting to the seams with new content, and it's amazing that the core gameplay, for the most part, has remained unchanged since its release of Red and Blue over 20 years ago. You have to hand it to Nintendo. They know how to do their Pokemon portable titles. So let's be honest, the Final Fantasy series has been stumbling around trying to find its footing lately. However, Square took their sweet time, 10 years in fact, to create a truly next-gen Final Fantasy experience. Taking place in a huge open world with hundreds of side quests and objectives, Final Fantasy XV had improved and evolved from where other games in the franchise series had failed. Combat is a blast, the characters are interesting, and the world is active and alive. Going on a fantasy road trip has never been this fun. And of course, chocobo racing. That's a thing now.
Walk on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon.
The bar was set pretty high from the first Dishonored. However, Bethesda was able to deliver a great sequel, improvements to the combat, new abilities, being able to play as two different characters, and of course, the fantastic story. Dishonored 2 truly did live up to everything expected of itself, and this steampunk dystopia has never looked better. IPs can be a nightmare to try to break through the rock-solid walls of the sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. But if one developer could do it, it would be Blizzard. The game has taken the world by storm, spanning fans of its unique characters not just in the US, but all over the world. The simple mechanic of easy to pick up and difficult to master holds very true in this Blizzard game. From its fun, rapid gameplay to its unique and diverse characters, the game is quickly dominating the esports scene and shows no sign of slowing down anytime soon. There's also the amount of community support the game has. For as new as the game is, the amount of cosplay, support, and community events is absolutely fantastic. You'd be hard-pressed to find another game like it that's this new.
I would say the beginning of the game maybe changed, like significantly changed 4 or 5 times.
Right.
You know, the beginning of a game is always, you could almost do an entire documentary on just how Doom started.
They say that the first 15 minutes of a movie, the audience is very receptive. They're like, okay, what world do you want me to go to? Like, let's go there.
Take the idea that I am here to kill demons, and that's the story.
Like, it's making a statement. It really is about Doom, about what players want.
And you're either on board with us or you're not on board with us.
There are games that get remastered, and there are games that get rebooted, and Doom was one hell of a reboot. Pun intended. Doom has been through a lot, and Bethesda took the reins and was able to make it great again. From the over-the-top execution finishers to the amazing soundtrack, Doom was everything old fans wanted and everything new fans would enjoy. It's rare that a reboot does so well with both its young and old audiences, and Doom did it flawlessly. Probably due to the design team never taking it too seriously. Have a request for a top 10? Tweet me. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
Absolutely. I'm a long-time Shacknews reader. I've been in the industry about 20 years, so about as long as Shack's been around, and it's a great time to be a part of it. You know, I mean, we Doom was a huge passion project for us. We knew we had to get it right. we had a huge responsibility to the fans to get it right and to make it absolutely everything that people expected. And I think everybody feels a great sense of pride in that, but also, we want to continue with it. We want to make it better through the updates we're doing and the multiplayer stuff and the free stuff we're releasing for Snap Map. So we've got a lot that we still have to get out there and give. And yeah, we're already really excited about Champions as well. So.